Hello viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel, English and Literature with Carol. We've been having a discussion on Fathers of Nations by Paul B. Vitta. Do you remember we had episode 6? Now we want to continue with episode 6, chapter 6 from page 82 to page 99. Are you ready with your book, Fathers of Nations? You know you need to read, to go through this video with your book. It becomes easier, it becomes fun. I know you're given assignment by your teachers. That's why you're here to look at what we are doing, or even for fun. Welcome. So we are in Banjul, Gambia. It is the day of the summit in Banjul, Gambia, and we want to see what is really happening there. It is a sweaty afternoon, and people are all over. There is a focus on a character. There are the 50 heads of states. It's on the day of the summit, the opening of the summit now. But we focus on Comrade Melusi. Comrade Melusi has disturbed people at the security point. He's come there. He's not even budging. He's carried the cellophane and the needle, his medication for diabetes. He refuses to give up his needle, especially the needle, and he really insists that he has my diabetes. But remember, he discovered that he was diabetic when he was preparing for that summit. So during that time, we see that kind of commotion that is going on there, and then we have a change of scene. Immediately we see we have a change of scene. Remember, during the forward, we were prepared on these different characters and what really happened at the summit, and you're also getting the background information. How did Comrade Melusi become one of the members of AGDA? Because he was recruited by who? Do you remember? Who recruited Comrade Melusi? Tad Longwe. Now, I always see students confusing these two scenarios. Take note, because during an exam, you can be tested on these. There are two instances that Comrade Melusi visits the restaurant. The first restaurant that he visits is the Chaminuka restaurant, all white, well, meant for tourists. But remember, Zimbabwe has an issue. The people are not even able to afford their own living. You can see a starving Comrade Melusi. They are not able. Down there in Harare, we see an empty hotel simply because of recession, and Zimbabwean economy has been hurting so many people. And now Comrade Melusi has gone there because he has been promised lunch. He cannot afford it, and those are the only customers, the two of them, that is Third Longway and Comrade Melusi, are the only people in the restaurant. And now he narrates what really happened to Comrade Melusi. What really happened? Now, we also learn his background. How did he become Comrade Melusi? Because with his leader, they were friends. They used to call themselves comrades, and they used to be in a very good relationship. But remember, Comrade Melusi is from the minority in the Ndebele, and the others are Shonas. The Shonas won, and now he has been dismissed. Comrade Melusi has been treated as a suspect by his ally, and now he's hurting. He used to drive, he used to have a good job, he had a family, but now there is the issue, there is a post-election violence, and they can be really ugly, especially after the elections, where we have the two tribes are at war and they are fighting. We have the Gukurahundi that even kills Ziliza, that is Comrade Melusi's wife, and then we have that story, the president that has caused all these commissions because he wants to be a life president. That is a problem with African leadership. So we have mentioned elements of themes that may appear there. We will continue discussing on that. And then, on a later date, fast forward, there is also another change of scene where we see Comrade Melusi being invited on a second day in Muponda restaurant. During the Chaminuka restaurant, by the way, Comrade Melusi misbehaved. He misbehaved, he even ate that long ways food. But maybe he was too hungry. You know, that day when they part ways with Tad Longway, he's able to at least live the life back that he used to have. During the meeting with Tad Longway at Mponda restaurant, we are told of the bomber who was the president. Why is he called the bomber? He has made sure the Zimbabwean economy is upside down. People are suffering. There are chaos all over. And now these people have, he has rigged himself into power. So we have the problem with rigging. That is what AGDA is trying to avoid. And now people have come up. Comrade Melusi comes up with NIP, that is New Independence Party, and also others depending. Their rivals come with different parties. Definitely the Africans also have a problem because people are selfish. They want to cling to power. They even want to insist on leadership that does not work, allowing the other president and the other leaders to even rig elections, because you cannot be all interested. They talked of putting their interests apart or aside, but that never happened. That's why there was a very successful rigging. We go head on and we look at there was a lot of agitation and people are fighting, where we have this commotion and we call it the Mrambatsvana. In Shona, meaning expelling the trash. They are here to expel the trash. They were saying that that one, the Mrambatsvana, were hidden in harassing the people who are against the president. You know, Comrade Melusi, being from the minority of the tribes, becomes a victim of circumstances. I've just told you that he lost his wife, Ziliza. Ziliza was killed by the Gukurahundi because the husband did not belong to the major tribe that belongs there. And now we see the Mrambatsvana, they were talking of, they were trying to mask their intention. They were saying that they were trying to prevent disease and curb crime, but in real sense it increased. Their real reason why they were there, they were supporting, the main aim was to punish the urban dwellers for having supported the opposition. So there is no freedom of voting and freedom of expression. There is no democracy. And in Zimbabwe, there is no different from any other very many African countries that suffer that. And now we have that discussion, and Comrade Melusi has been talking to Tad Longway. Remember, Tad Longway's intention was to ensure that Comrade Melusi joins the Path Alpha, the AGDA, because Tad Longway is he's the recruiter, he's the main recruiter, a white man who comes from South Africa and has been recruiting members. We have been discussing this book in an episodic approach. Please do not forget that. During that time, they enjoy the food. There's a bit of contrast in what happened at the Chaminuka restaurant and what is happening at Muponda restaurant, because the first time when they had taken this European kind of food, Tad Longway was not even able to eat that food. It is the gluttonous Comrade Melusi who eats his food and eats even Tad Longway's food. But in this instance, you see, they both enjoy their meals and they're happy. Although he has a very emotional story about how he lost his wife, they talk about it. He's given a stack of dollars, assured that he can join Path Alpha. He's given a document of Path Alpha, and definitely, Comrade Melusi enrolls as one of the members of Baghdad, and now he's in Banjul, Gambia, to go and attend a summit as one of the observers, a secret observer of Path Alpha. Remember, that chapter has been connected and intertwined with what had happened during the summit, on the first day of the summit, and now we have been told, how did he become a member of AGDA? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Look out for my next episode. Bye.